Our life has been a series of whispers, of silent moments that only you knew, invisible battles fought in the quietude of your own soul. You have walked through valleys where the shadows seemed to stretch on forever, holding onto a faith that had no physical evidence to support it. And then, suddenly, the silence breaks. The universe decides to shout your name. A notification blinks on your screen. It is not a marketing email, nor is it an unexpected bill. It is something shocking, something that defies the logic of your current circumstances. A transfer of money, a colossal amount, more than you have ever dreamed of, more than makes any sense to the rational mind. You do not know the sender. The security system blinked, hesitated, signaled twice, but the transaction went through. It is real, and it is yours. Confusion floods your mind immediately. The question echoes, who sent this money? It is the same urgency you felt before you arrived here. Open before it disappears. The thought races through you, because deep down you know this is the truth. This is not a common stroke of luck. It is a divinely orchestrated event, a strategic intervention that has arrived at the precise moment of your journey. But pay close attention. This incredible opportunity is not a gift without strings. It comes with a critical test that you must pass right now to ensure that this fortune does not vanish as mysteriously as it appeared. That alert you almost ignored, that message you were a millisecond away from swiping away as spam. It was not an accident. Nothing in your world is an accident. The law of assumption does not deal in accidents. It deals in appointments. Someone, somewhere, saw you. They heard the muffled echo of your silent struggles, the sleepless nights, the weight you carried when no one was watching. They saw your hidden sacrifices, your unbreakable resilience, your capacity to bend but never break. This person, this stranger, did not choose you by mistake. They observed you from afar, felt your energy, and decided that today you deserved a breakthrough so powerful you would remember it for the rest of your life. However, there is a condition. An invisible but palpable clause accompanies every penny of this fortune. A clock has already begun its countdown, and the window to truly comprehend and claim this blessing is closing. The money is real, the warning is real, and the intention of the sender is even more real. But if you do not dive deep into this truth, if you do not pass the challenge standing before you in this exact moment, you will lose the opportunity to understand what this really means, and what is not understood in its totality cannot be retained. Before we unveil the specific nature of this test, pause for a moment. You are standing on the threshold of a new life, but to cross over and stay there requires a stable foundation. Many receive the blessing, but lack the vessel to hold it. If you feel that this knowledge is resonating with you, and you wish to build that vessel so that you never return to the state of lack, I invite you to explore the 3 keys to a prosperous life. This is not just a book. It is a map for the chosen ones to awaken to who they really are, to heal invisible blocks, and to expand with stability. It teaches you how to receive, sustain, and multiply without guilt. It is available as an e-book for reading or an audiobook for listening. You can find the link in the pinned comment and description below. This trilogy is your guide to ensure that when the harvest comes, you are ready to store it. Now let us return to the mystery of the sender and the test that lies before you. Who is this stranger? In the world of Caesar, it appears as a benefactor, an unknown entity, perhaps an error in the bank's algorithm. But through the eyes of the law, there is no such thing as a stranger. Everyone is yourself pushed out. This stranger is the physical manifestation of your own higher self, the Father within, finally objectifying a state you have been dwelling in, perhaps unconsciously through your faithful persistence. The eyes that watched your struggle were the eyes of your own wonderful human imagination. The test, therefore, is not a test of intelligence, nor is it a test of physical strength. It is a test of perception, acceptance, and intention. The sender sent a silent message encoded in the energy of the transfer. The fortune is a mirror. The test is whether you can look into that mirror and see not what you think you are, small, struggling, unworthy, but what the stranger saw in you, greatness. They saw your struggles not as failures, but as training. They saw your wounds not as weaknesses, but as proof of your strength. Here is the danger. If you look at this fortune and your first reaction is fear, guilt, or the feeling of being an imposter, you will fail the test. If you say, "This must be a mistake," you are commanding your reality to prove that it is a mistake. The outer world obeys your inner state. If you feel like a thief holding something that doesn't belong to you, the world will send a police officer in the form of a bank error correction, a sudden expense or a loss, to take it away. To pass the test, you must accept this gift with the naturalness of someone receiving their wages. You must assume the state of the one who is wealthy, not the one who is surprised by wealth. Consider the story of the prodigal son, but view it from the inside. The robe, the ring, and the fatted calf were given instantly. The father did not ask for a repayment plan. The father did not ask for an explanation. He simply gave. You are the son, and your imagination is the father. The stranger is simply the means, the bridge of incidents through which the father gives to the son. If you reject it, or if you hold it with trembling hands, you are rejecting your own birthright. The test requires you to silence the dragon of doubt. In the symbolism of the chosen ones, the dragon represents the tyranny of the sensory world, the facts, the history of your poverty, the logic that says, people like me don't get windfalls like this. This dragon wants you to panic. It wants you to call the bank in fear. It wants you to give it away before you can own it, but you must summon Michael. Michael is not just an archangel outside of you. Michael represents your disciplined attention. Michael is the power within you that says, I am. Michael is the sword of discernment that cuts through the fear and accepts the blessing as a natural reflection of your true worth. Ask yourself, can you occupy the state of wealth right now? Can you feel the reality of that notification without your heart racing in anxiety? The test is to remain in the Sabbath, the state of mental rest. When you truly accept a state, you are not anxious about it. You do not check your phone every 10 seconds to see if it's still there. You know it is there because it is yours. If this resonates with your spirit, if you feel the truth of this test settling in your bones, click the like button. It is a digital signal of your inner agreement, a way to tell the algorithm of your own mind that you are ready to receive. The stranger observed you. This is a profound mystical truth. The world is always observing you because the world is nothing more than your consciousness objectified. When you spent those nights crying in silence or praying for a way out, you were planting seeds. You were impressing the subconscious mind with a desire for relief. The subconscious has now brought forth the harvest. Do not question the harvest just because it arrived in a way you did not expect. That is the way of the law. You plant the seed, but you do not know how the flower will bloom. The how is not your concern. Your concern is the acceptance. There is a specific technique to pass this test of intention. It involves a revision of your immediate reaction. If you felt shock or fear when the money arrived in your imagination or in your reality, you must revise that moment. Go back in your mind's eye to the moment you saw the notification. Instead of gasping in disbelief, replay the scene. See the number. Feel a wave of calm, warm gratitude wash over you. Hear yourself saying, "Thank you, Father. I remember when I prayed for this, and now it is here." Make it natural. The feeling of naturalness is the key. The stranger did not send this to a beggar, they sent it to a master. You must become that master in your imagination to keep it. Why is this test so critical now? Because the window is closing. This means the energy of the bridge of incidents is active. Momentum is building. If you stop the momentum with doubt, the bridge collapses. But if you walk across it with confidence, this fortune is just the beginning. It is the first drop of a deluge. The sender, your greater self, wants to know if you can handle the flow. If you can receive this without losing your center, you signal to the universe that you are a safe container for power. Think of the stranger as a messenger angel. In scripture, angels often brought news that seemed impossible. Sarah laughed when she was told she would have a child. Do not be like Sarah in her doubt. Be like Mary, who said, "Be it unto me according to thy word." The notification on your screen is the annunciation of your new life. The test is your amen. If you are ready to claim this, not as a lottery winner, but as a rightful heir, I want you to engage with this truth. Share this message with someone else who needs to understand their worth. When you share, you affirm that you have enough to give. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. We are building a community of those who understand the law and apply it, not just listen to it. The money is in your account, symbolically or literally. The test is in your mind. The stranger is waiting for your move. Will you shrink back into the shadows of your old identity, or will you step into the light of the new state? The choice is entirely yours, for you are the operant power. The only enemy is the assumption you keep entertaining that says you are not worthy. Drop that enemy. Pick up the sword of Michael, accept the gift, and watch how the world reshapes itself around your new assumption. The countdown has stopped. The time is now. But do not mistake this moment for a finish line where you can simply return to sleep. To pick up the sword of Michael is an active daily discipline. In the ancient texts, Michael is the archangel who casts the dragon out of heaven. You must understand this psychologically. Heaven is your mind, the seat of your consciousness, the place where you dwell in your most secret thoughts. The dragon is not a monster in the sky. The dragon is the accumulation of your doubts, your fears, and the evidence of your senses that scream limitation. When you look at your bank account and see a lack, the dragon is roaring. When you look at the mirror and see sickness or age, the dragon is breathing fire. The sword of Michael is your ability to reject the evidence of the senses and cut the cord that binds you to that old reality. You do not fight the dragon by arguing with it. You fight it by ignoring it, by turning your back on the sensory world and giving your full attention to the wish fulfilled. This is the sword, the sharp, focused power of your attention. You cut away the dead branches of the past so the new growth can emerge. Many of you ask, "Neville, how do I know if I'm using the sword correctly?" You know by your reaction to the world. If you receive a bill you cannot pay, do you collapse into anxiety, or do you remember who you are? If you use the sword, you sever the emotional reaction to the bill. You see it, yes, but you do not let it dictate your state. You retreat into your imagination, you pay it in your mind's eye, you feel the relief of the debt cleared, and you remain faithful to that unseen reality. That is how you slay the dragon. It is a quiet victory. It happens in the silence of your own heart. This is why you are called a chosen one. You are chosen not because you are better than others, but because you have awakened to the responsibility of your own imagination. You have realized that you are the cause of the phenomena of your life. Most of the world is asleep, reacting to the shadows they cast, thinking the shadows are fighting them. You know better. You know the shadows only move when you move. Consider the silence that follows the battle. In Scripture, after the war in heaven, there is silence. This silence is the Sabbath. It is not a day of the week. It is a state of consciousness. It is the deep, unshakable inner conviction that the work is done. When you have fully accepted your new state, whether it is wealth, health, or love, you enter a mental rest. You are no longer anxious about how it will happen. You are no longer checking the post for the letter or the phone for the message every 5 minutes with a heart full of fear. You are at peace because you have already experienced the reality of it in your imagination. If you are still worried, if you are still asking when, you have not entered the Sabbath. You are still trying to force the harvest. You must let go. You must trust that the bridge of incidents will unfold naturally, and it will be natural. This is a point where many stumble. They expect the miracle to come with thunder and lightning, with the sky splitting open. But God, your own wonderful human imagination, works through natural channels. The money may come through a raise, a gift, a refund, or a sudden idea for a business. The healing may come through a new doctor, a change in diet, or simply a restoration of the body's natural rhythm. It will seem so natural that you might be tempted to say, well, that would have happened anyway. Do not be deceived. That naturalness is the hallmark of the law. The bridge of incidents is constructed by your subconscious to carry you from where you are to where you want to be without breaking the continuity of your life. Think of the Archangel Gabriel. If Michael is the discipline that clears the mind, Gabriel is the messenger that brings the good news. But who is the messenger in your experience? It is the desire itself. When you have a burning desire for something, a desire to be free, to be wealthy, to be loved, that is Gabriel visiting you. That desire is not a torment, it is a prophecy. It is your greater self telling you what is already yours in the fourth dimension, waiting for you to claim it. Do not kill the messenger by saying, it is impossible. Do not shut the door on Gabriel by saying, I am not worthy. Receive the desire, embrace it. Say to it, I accept you, I am one with you. Indeed, when you merge with the desire, when you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you have conceived. You are pregnant with the new state. And just like a physical pregnancy, there is an appointed hour for the birth. You do not force the birth. You wait for it with confidence. You nurture the feeling. You protect it from the negativity of the world. And while you wait, you walk in the assumption. You wear the new state like a garment. If you were truly the person you want to be, how would you walk down the street? How would you speak to your friends? How would you sleep at night? You would sleep in the assumption of security and gratitude. You would walk with a subtle dignity, a quiet confidence that needs no validation from the outside. This is the secret of the chosen ones. You are not waiting for a rescue party. You are the rescuer. You are rescuing yourself from the state of limitation. You are lifting yourself up by the power of your I am. I want you to try this experiment tonight. It is a simple test of the law, but it requires courage. Tonight, as you drift off to sleep, I want you to play a scene in your mind, a short scene, no more than 5 or 6 seconds, that implies your desire is fulfilled. Perhaps it is a friend shaking your hand and saying, I have never seen you so happy, or congratulations on your success. Choose a scene that implies the end. Now here is the key. Repeat this action over and over again. Do not visualize it from a distance, like you are watching a movie screen. You must be in the scene. You must see the friend's face through your own eyes. You must feel the grip of their hand. You must hear the tone of their voice. Do this until it takes on the tones of reality, until you feel that you are actually there, and then fall asleep in that feeling. If you do this, you are impressing the subconscious. You are planting the seed. And if you do it with faith, you will wake up in a different world. The furniture will look the same. The street will look the same. But the feeling in the air will be different. You will have shifted to a parallel track of reality. Events will begin to move. People will begin to call. The bridge of incidents will form under your feet. But you must persist. If you wake up tomorrow and the sensory world denies your assumption, do not react. Remember the sword of Michael. Cut off the doubt. Say to yourself, I have seen the end. I have experienced it. It is done. And go about your day. The world has no choice but to conform to the state you maintain. If this teaching is resonating with you, if you feel the truth of it in your bones, take a moment to like this video. It is a small action, but it signals to your own mind that you are in alignment with this truth. It helps this message reach others who are searching for their own sword, their own power. We speak often of spiritual warfare, and indeed, there is a war. But the war is never against people. It is never against political parties or economic systems or family members who do not understand you. To fight people is to fight shadows. It is a waste of your creative energy. The war is entirely within. It is the war between the new man you want to be and the old man you have been. The old man is made of habits. He is made of memories of failure. He is made of the beliefs that were programmed into you since childhood. He will not leave quietly. He will try to seduce you back into the old conversations, the old complaints. He will whisper, "Who do you think you are? Remember where you came from." You must answer him with the authority of the I am. You say, "I am that I am. I am not my past. I am not my mistakes. I am the resurrection and the life." Every time you revise a memory, every time you choose a higher thought, you are winning the war. You are dethroning the tyrant of the past and crowning the imagination as king. This is why you feel the resistance. The resistance is proof that you are moving. If you were standing still, you would feel no wind, but because you are moving forward against the current of the mass consciousness, you feel the pressure. Do not let the pressure stop you. Let it strengthen you. The diamond is formed under pressure. Your spiritual character is formed in the crucible of this inner conflict. You may notice that as you change, your circle changes. People who vibrated with your old state may drift away. Do not cling to them out of fear. Let them go with love. You are moving to a new level of consciousness, and you will draw to yourself new people, new witnesses who reflect your new concept of self. This is the law of affinity. Like attracts like. You cannot keep the new wine in old wineskins. There is a mystery here regarding time. You ask, "How long, O Lord?" The answer is always, it takes as long as it takes for you to become natural in the new state. If you can feel natural in the state of wealth right now, it can manifest in the twinkling of an eye. Time is just the distance between your desire and your belief. If you desire it, but do not believe it is true, you create time. You create a gap. But if you dare to assume it is true now, if you dare to walk in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you collapse time. The now is the only reality. The past is a memory. The future is an anticipation. All that exists is this eternal moment of I am. Therefore, do not say, "I will be wealthy." That is a confession that you are not. Say, "I am wealthy." Feel the texture of that reality now. Even if your pockets are empty, feel the richness of your spirit, the abundance of the universe flowing through you. The outer world is slow and heavy. It takes time to turn the ship around, but the inner world is instant, and the outer must follow the inner. Think of your imagination as the forge of reality. You are the blacksmith. The fire is your desire. The hammer is your will. The metal is your own consciousness. You are hammering your consciousness into a new shape. It takes heat and it takes repetition, but once the shape is set, it hardens into fact. Do not let anyone tell you that you are powerless. Do not let the news tell you that you are a victim of the economy or the times. You are a victim only of your own neglect of the law. If you knew the power you hold in your mind, you would never fear a headline again. You would look at the chaos of the world and say, "This is not my reality. My reality is the kingdom of heaven within." And this kingdom is not a place you go to when you die. It is a state you enter while you live. It is the state of perfect order, perfect health, perfect supply. It is available to you now. The gates are never locked. The only thing keeping you out is your own belief that you are unworthy or that it is too good to be true. It is not too good to be true. It is too good not to be true, because your Father is the King and you are the heir. All that the Father has is yours, but you must claim it. You must appropriate it. You do not beg for your inheritance, you accept it. So, as we continue this journey, I want you to observe your inner conversations. What are you saying to yourself when no one is listening? Are you arguing with people in your mind? Are you justifying your failures? Are you rehearsing tragedies? These inner conversations are the breeding ground of your future. You are writing the script of your tomorrow with every silent word. Change the script. Start talking to yourself as the person you want to be. Congratulate yourself. Hear your friends congratulating you. Make your inner speech conform to your fulfilled desire. If you match your inner speech to your inner vision, nothing on earth can stop you. The two agree, and it shall be established. This requires vigilance. It is not a hobby. It is a way of life. It is the narrow gate. Wide is the gate of destruction, the gate of reacting to the world, of joining the chorus of complaints. But narrow is the gate of life, the discipline of controlling your own mind. Few find it, because few are willing to do the work. But you are here. You are listening to this. That means you have found the gate. Now you must walk through it. Do not look back at the city of destruction. Do not look back at your old self, like Lot's wife, or you will be frozen in the salt of your past. Keep your eyes forward. Keep your eyes on the prize of your high calling. Let us go deeper into the symbol of the armor of God. You have heard it preached as protection against demons, but look at it through the eyes of the mystic, the helmet of salvation. What is salvation? It is being saved from your current problem. If you are poor, salvation is wealth. If you are sick, salvation is health. The helmet is the disciplined thinking that protects your mind from the suggestions of lack. It is holding the head high in the state of the wish fulfilled. The breastplate of righteousness. Righteousness simply means right thinking or right consciousness. It is not about moral judgment, it is about accuracy. Are you thinking accurately about who you are? Are you protecting your heart, your subconscious, the seat of feeling, with the correct understanding of the law? If you allow your heart to be troubled by every rumor, you have taken off the breastplate and the shield of faith. The faith is not blind hope. Faith is the loyalty to the unseen reality. When the fiery darts of circumstance come flying at you, the unexpected bill, the bad diagnosis, the rejection, you raise the shield. You say, I see this, but I do not accept it as final. I stand on my vision. The darts hit the shield and fall harmlessly to the ground. They cannot penetrate your state unless you lower the shield. You are fully equipped for this battle. You lack nothing. The only thing you need is practice. You must practice the law when the stakes are small, so you can trust it when the stakes are high. Do not wait for a crisis to test your imagination. Test it today. Test it on the traffic. Test it on the behavior of a co-worker. Test it on finding a parking spot. Build your confidence in the power within you, and remember, you are never alone in this. The cloud of witnesses mentioned in Scripture is the vast array of your own imaginal acts waiting to be born. They are cheering you on. They want to be born. Your desire for success wants to be born. Your desire for love wants to be born. They are knocking at the door of your consciousness. Open the door. Let them in. Give them life by giving them your attention. As you walk this path, you will become a light for others. You will not need to preach to them. They will look at your life, at your calm, at your stability, and they will ask, what is your secret? And then, only then, you share the pearl. You tell them, I found the cause of my life. I found it within my own imagination. If you are ready to be that light, if you are ready to stand firm in your new identity, I invite you to declare it. Not just in your mind, but in the physical world. Leave a comment below saying, I am the operant power. Let that be your signature on the contract of your new life. Let it be the physical anchor for your spiritual intent. And do not forget to share this with those who are ready to hear it. There are many chosen ones wandering in the desert of confusion, thinking they are being punished by God, when in fact, they are simply misusing their own power. Help them find the way home. The journey does not end here. It spirals upward. Every time you conquer a level, a new horizon appears, a new desire, a new expansion of your being. Do not be afraid of the growth. It is infinite. You are infinite. The mask you wear, the name, the body, the history, is just a garment for this lifetime. But the wearer of the garment is God. Never forget that. You are the dreamer of the dream. Now take a deep breath, release the tension in your shoulders, release the furrow in your brow, return to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Stay there, live there. That is your true home. The world will follow you home. Consider the concept of revision one more time before we part for today. It is the most practical tool in your kit. At the end of this day, do not carry the failures and the arguments into your sleep. If you do, you will reproduce them tomorrow. You must break the cycle. Review the day. Where did you fall short? Where did you react instead of act? Do not judge yourself. Simply rewrite the scene. In your imagination, see the conversation going the way it should have gone. See the news being good instead of bad. Feel the satisfaction of a perfect day. By doing this, you are changing the past. And by changing the past, you change the future trajectory. You are cleaning the slate. You are entering the state of sleep as a victor, not a victim. This is the work. It is silent. It is invisible. But it is the only work that matters. The outer world is just the screen. You are the projector. If you do not like the movie, do not shout at the screen. Change the film reel. Change your assumption. Keep your mind